Good day, my audience. I'm Yucheng from Hong Kong Baptist University. I'm delighted to present our latest work on exploring the design of generative AI to support music-based reminiscence for old adults. This work could not have been done without the efforts of my great colleagues, Yizhe and Li, and the invaluable collaboration with our partners, Wanling, Gavin, and Tonglin from Trinity College Dublin and Peking University. Reminiscence encompasses the practice of recalling and reflecting on memories and personal experience, which could yield numerous benefits for old adults. For instance, revisiting positive memories could uplift mood and alleviate feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety often associated with aging. Furthermore, active engagement in reminiscence activities can enhance cognitive functions, such as memory and attention. In reminiscence activities, diverse prompts can be employed to facilitate the process, such as artifacts, photos, and music. For instance, the figure on the right showcases the music memory box, a product where the old adults pre-selects music linked to the object for reminiscence. Our focus lies on music-based reminiscence in this research. Prior research has indicated that fusing music with reminiscence can enhance the memory experience. Participants might perceive their recalled memories as more vivid, coherent, and tangible. Moreover, music-based reminiscence has the potential to amplify the positive impacts on psychological well-being. Several HCI researchers have explored diverse digital technologies to aid individuals in reminiscence. These studies focus on interaction design involving a range of media content, including emails, photos, and social media posts, to facilitate reminiscence. Furthermore, some researchers have showcased the interactive prototype integrating sound and music to support reminiscence. Nevertheless, reminiscence can pose challenges for some old adults, given memory decline and cognitive impairments. The emergence of generative AI has demonstrated great potential in creating diverse content, including text, images, and music. In music reminiscence, we envision generative AI as a potentially powerful tool to enhance old adults' reminiscence experience. For instance, AI could generate targeted questions or images to aid old adults in recalling specific life events in detail. Despite this potential, limited HCI research has dived into this domain. Hence, our study explores the design of generative AI to enrich old adults' music reminiscence experience. Given the importance and accessibility and usability in reminiscence technologies for old adults, understanding their perspective on generative AI in the context of music reminiscence is crucial. Subsequently, we aim to investigate how generative AI can be tailored to support their music-based reminiscence activities. To achieve this goal, we raised two key research questions. What are the perspectives of old adults on generative AI for music reminiscence? What considerations are essential in designing generative AI to support music reminiscence among old adults? We adopted a user-centered design approach and organized workshops to gather feedback from participants on the design prototypes and to explore the potential use of generative AI in music reminiscence activities. Our study was conducted in collaboration with the local community center in Hong Kong, which offers essential development and support services to old adults. In the preparatory phase, during week 1, we conducted interviews with 2 social workers to gain insights into their approaches for facilitating music activities with old adults and their experience in this domain. Additionally, we engaged in discussion around design concepts involving the integration of generative AI into music-based reminiscence. Subsequently, based on the interview findings, we spent 2 weeks creating video prototypes for Workshop 1, aiming to capture old adults' perspectives on leveraging generative AI for music reminiscence. The feedback from Workshop 1 guided us in refining the design and crafting a digital prototype, facilitating the identification of design considerations for employing generative AI to support old adults in music reminiscence during Workshop 2. In our study, we recruited participants from the same community center where the initial interviews and discussions were conducted. The majority of these individuals are local residents, actively involved in various social initiatives offered by the center. Workshop 1 involved 7 participants, while Workshop 2 included 9 participants. In total, the study contains 10 unique participants. With 6 attending both workshops, all participants were aged 55 or above, with 5 being female and 6 possessing a bachelor's degree or higher qualification. Each participant received a compensation in the form of a 200 Hong Kong dollars supermarket coupon for each workshop. The 2 figures in the first row show participants generating new ideas in brainstorming session and discussing design concepts during workshop 1. The 2 figures in second row illustrate participants discussing design alternatives and testing digital prototypes. To assess our initial design concept, we made a video prototype AIDG to gather the perspective of old adults regarding the integration of generative AI in music reminiscence. We designed a series of activities during workshop 1. 2 facilitators and 2 collectors worked with 7 participants to carry out the workshop's agenda. The workshop started with an introduction, followed by an ice-breaking activity, and proceeded to introduce generative AI, present the video prototype, and engage in group design discussions. Our decision to employ a video prototype AIDG was influenced by the insights gained from the discussions with the community center's social workers. Using a video prototype allowed us to explore design concepts beyond screen interactions, focusing specifically on the application of generative AI within reminiscence contexts. AIDG has 2 scenarios catering to individual and group reminiscence. The accompanying screenshots showcase images generated based on the lyrics in the individual citing and images generated based on comments made by other listeners in the group setting. We assume that these generated images could aid listeners in recalling additional memory details. We recorded and transcribed the interviews in the workshops and the permission of the participants. After that, we performed a qualitative data analysis using the reflective semantic analysis approach. The insights gathered from workshop 1 reflect old adults' viewpoints regarding generated conversations and images, and their concerns regarding generative AI. Participants highlighted the importance of the AI voice tone and its ability to comprehend human emotions, significantly impacting the willingness to engage in conversation with AI. For instance, participant 4 noted that the AI voice is unsatisfying and impedes emotional communication. Additionally, participants preferred discussing personal feeling and memories individually instead of engaging in group discussion with others. Based on the feedback received, participants emphasized the importance of image quality, enhancing memory recall with more details. Additionally, they expressed uncertainty about whether the generated image could effectively capture their visual attention while listening to music. Concerns regarding generative AI center on user control over irrelevant content, as indicated by participant 2's desire to skip AI-generated material unrelated to their memories. Furthermore, participants mentioned privacy, particularly when shared memories contain private and sensitive content. Based on the feedback in workshop 1, we refined our design concept and the setting of music reminiscence. Specifically, we decided to prioritize individual citing, given participants' reluctance to share personal memories with unfamiliar individuals. Based on the design features discussed in workshop 1, we conducted another design workshop to explore design considerations for generative AI 2 supporting music reminiscence within a digital prototype. This figure provides an overview of workshop 2, where the discussions center on evaluating the digital prototype and examining the design consideration for generative AI, such as interaction with generative AI and user control over the generated digital content images. The session started with an introduction and a recap of the activities from workshop 1, followed by an introduction to the digital prototype, and each participant was invited to test the prototype individually. Subsequently, group interviews took place, followed by discussion on design alternatives. The design prototype Music Journey is a web-based application comprising two primary components: Bing Chat, a conversational agent driven by large language models, and a text editor to modify the generated narratives. Users started by searching for nostalgic music through Bing Chat, and then sharing their emotions and memories and responding to Bing Chat's generated questions to recall more details. Furthermore, participants can utilize Bing Chat to generate images based on the things that emerge in their memory. Following the generation of a complete story by Bing Chat, user can use the text editor to refine the narrative and incorporate additional generated images into the story. Workshop 2 provides valuable insights into key design considerations for integrating generative AI into music-based reminiscence. One primary theme is AI initiative and user control, which is an important topic discussed in human-centered AI research. In the context of reminiscence, participants express a desire to steer the direction of interaction with the AI, specifying the preference related to the questions posed, the generation timing, and the content generated. For instance, participant 4 believes he should be notified before AI is about to generate content. Furthermore, participants value conversations that begin with a simple memory description and are enriched by incorporating user response to questions asked by AI. For example, AI could prompt the user to provide more details about the key points mentioned at the beginning of the conversation, as mentioned by participant 8. To enhance user accessibility, incorporating multimodal interaction in reminiscence could be beneficial. Additionally, participants express the view that the generated conversation should be concise, aligning with the length of user input. They emphasize the significance of ensuring the conversation is human-like, personalized, and authentic to resonate with their feelings. This aligns with previous studies on chatbots designed for all adults. Despite the advantages of incorporating explanations in AI applications, not all participants perceived explanations for the generated content as beneficial. Regarding the generated images, participants suggested that the inclusion of visual elements close to personal memories and characters could enhance their utility in reminiscence. Furthermore, some participants would like to share personal data to generate more personalized content if they trust the AI. In conclusion, the future design of AI systems for music-based reminiscence among old adults demands a balance between AI initiative and user control. It is imperative to actively seek and incorporate user input to ensure that the system remains adaptive and responsive to the individual needs and preference of old adults. The significance of supporting adaptive user interaction in generative AI systems cannot be overstated, particularly in the context of engaging old adults in music reminiscence. By streamlining the cognitive effort required to recall memories, these systems hold potential in enriching the reminiscence experience for old adults. For instance, an AI system could adapt its conversational style and content generation based on users' cognitive abilities and emotional cues, ensuring a seamless and supportive interaction. Tailoring generated content for music reminiscence with old adults calls for conversations that are not only concise and sincere, but also personalized and unbiased. Striking a balance between authenticity and creativity is pivotal in ensuring that the generated content resonates with the individual memories, fostering a meaningful and enriching reminiscence experience. For example, an AI system could use personalized anecdotes and music reference to create a reminiscence journey that feels genuine and evocative for each user, promoting a deeper connection to their past experience. The insights and feedback gathered from the workshops have provided invaluable guidance in shaping the future of the AI systems for music-based reminiscence support. By incorporating these considerations into the design and development process, we can work towards creating AI systems that truly augment the reminiscence journey for old adults in a manner that is respectful, engaging, and tailored to their unique needs and preference. Thank you for your attention and participation in this endeavor to innovate and improve the well-being of old adults through technology.